feel like anything I could do would be good enough. I mean, if I'd known all of this kind of 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't have done a degree.
A young person can never do enough to get a paid job, because it's always that you can't just go to uni, you have to go to uni and do an internship. You can't just go to uni and do an internship, you have to start your own project.
There are so many people with a degree, that's then the baseline.
At the same time, maybe try and keep down a part-time job and pay all your bills, and try and deal with the idea of a 30 grand debt.
Fit an internship around that, plus unpaid stuff. It's not always possible.
I feel very uncertain about the future. I sort of feel like nothing is secure.
Generally our age group tends to be viewed as quite apathetic, quite lazy, not looking forward to work, not willing to work, but we are.
Actually, I work at Press-a-Manger, currently peddling ethically sourced avocados.
I don't like going to the job centre, that's horrendous.
Over the 2 years, I calculated how many jobs I applied for. I applied for 143 positions. Regardless of the amount of time that you put into the application, you don't know where you're going wrong.
So where I stand on unpaid internships, and where Go Think Big stands on unpaid internships, is that they're completely illegal.
Unpaid internships are illegal. They shouldn't be around.
It's also demoralising them, because it's like you can't even do this basic job without doing it for free for 6 months.
There's sort of been a breakdown in the social contract, and that contract being that we work at education and to gain the skills that we need to get, and then you give us the money. So now we're like, where's our money?
There are people who are forever an intern. People are worried about at what point should I get paid now?
Paid internships are a legitimate way of gaining experience. You gain an insight into how the industry works, and you're getting paid for it as well. Thinking back on what I've just said, no, it hasn't helped me get a job.
I can't even remember the careers advice that I got.
I probably had one session with a careers advisor in the whole time that I was in school.
I'd say maybe engage with your students, and if they don't know, if they aren't sure, then don't push them to going into university. There's no rush.
I was almost hounded to go to university.
They don't listen, they just try and put you in a box, which people don't fit in boxes.
It's about bringing together that expectation gap, and I think a focus on employability skills on school curriculums, which is absolutely zero at the moment, that could be incredibly beneficial.
George.
Hi.
Hi, George.
Gideon.
Hi George.
G-Man.
Heir to an earldom even.
Or Mr. Osborne, I guess.
You and your Tory cronies need to put an end to unpaid internships.
Can I just have some normal benefits, please?
There's unpaid internships going on in Parliament, right under your nose.
Enough to be able to afford food.
Raise the minimum wage to a living wage.
Because for as long as we have a minimum wage that continues, that allows people to be put in situations where they're in work and still living in poverty, you are legislating that poverty.
I get really annoyed when people sort of talk about young people and say, oh, young people don't care about politics. I'm young, I care about politics, I care about politics a great deal. I feel like I'm very politically engaged, and so are loads of my friends. So who are these young people they're talking about when they say young people don't care about politics? Well, come round my house, sit with us, we'll talk to you about all of the political issues. We can have that conversation.